Hey guys, Jengar here. So today it's time to fly out the Twin Mustang, the F-82E. We're gonna fly it out in a realistic battle and I have quite a match for you. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. Now we had been flying around for about 12 minutes. 12 minutes, 7,000 meters, 6,000 meters before I found my first enemy that I could make an approach on. Other people were shot down before I got there, and or either killed before I could do anything useful. So we crit this dough on the engine, got a fire there, critted the oil tank, and that should be him as our first kill in this match. The Twin Mustang, wonderful looking plane. We are using the gun pod, of course. The firepower on this thing is terrifying. It really is great. We use universal. You can also go for tracers, and stealth is also a viable option. Now, as we were looking for more targets, our team was getting decimated a little bit. We had 3 fighters left and 1 bomber, while they had 6 people in the match. And here we find 3 of those 6. We've got a 109 incoming as we approach him. And I always go for the head-ons in this thing. You know me and head-ons. I've gotten quite good at it. And this thing is a beast at head-ons. So, especially in a prolonged burst. Hopefully on the target, and they will evaporate, catch fire. Otherwise perish. Which is quite nice. Now, as to the Twin Mustang, it has fantastic climb rate. You can get to altitude easily, as you have one of the best climb rates at this battle rating. Also, in this plane you get an attacker spawn, so you start up at altitude at a good cruising speed, and those are nice advantages to have in this plane. The plane is also very fast in a dive. It has a great top speed in a dive and also great speed in a straight line, which is fantastic. You can outrun pretty much anything you face, which is fantastic as a defensive option, as the maneuverability of this plane is kind of lacking. Of course, you can imagine the roll rate on this plane is not brilliant, and maneuverability as such is lacking a little bit. Turn time also not great. So you should basically look at this plane as a boom and zoom / boom and run plane. With the climb rate and well, the acceleration, as you see here in a dive, acceleration is good and energy retention is fantastic. The plane is very good in this role, and put the gun pod underneath and you'll have a great boom and zoomer, or a boom and runner, as you can also call it. You know, you may not want to go straight up back into the vertical. In a prolonged horizontal flight escape, you can outrun pretty much everybody as well, so you have that option as well. And it's funny to sometimes see people come from above and not being able to catch you in this plane. Now we went for a few how do you say that, inefficient head-ons there. We got some hits, but we didn't get the kill. We did get a crit on that one guy, and he's making his way back to the airport. I didn't get to see what I critted though. That was quite entertaining. This match though, man, this match was a 53-minute match. 53 minutes. It was the longest match I've ever flown in War Thunder, but what a rewarding match it was. Here we go for another head-on. As he comes closer, KPM boy, he's Dutch. There he goes, by the way. Armoni crashed on the airfield. Keep an eye on that name though, because he's not dead yet. KPN boy, I think he's Dutch. KPN is a Dutch company. Post company. The Dutch Royal Post, or at least that's what it used to be. And he is eluding me this whole match. I get some hits on him here and there, but we'll see more of him later. So a very, very long match in which, of course, we as a high altitude fighter, heavy fighter, have to play the waiting game. I can't engage 2-3 people in a turn fight. That would be rather foolishness. And I always find it surprising that people actually criticize you or start shouting at you or try to taunt you while you're trying to use a plane like this to its strengths. But that will always happen. This is the internet, right? Online game. So we are above this engagement here. Our buddy here in his Spitfire is taking them on, and I'm going to try to help him here. I wanted to go down on this 190 here, who's trying to make his way to him, but I decided that's too steep of an angle, and I would, well, you know, maybe rip my wings. I didn't want that, so I took the lesser steep angle on this 410 here, getting shots on target, hit, and a critical hit with a fire, and he immediately explodes. And we get that killed, our third kill in the match. As we extend here, that KPN guy is trying to extend. Maybe he's going back to the airfield. I did get a few hits on him. You never know. Maybe he has a fuel leak, or maybe something else is damaged. And he's gonna try to make sure to stay in the match. We do get something on that guy, but it doesn't register. We do get one of those sounds where you know you hit somebody, but that could also have been my ally getting a hit on him. I don't know, maybe I was off there. I didn't watch my ammo here though. Look at my ammo, it's 0 and 3, so we have 3 rounds left. That's not gonna be enough. Click click. So we're out of ammo. We're going back to base. From this position, we couldn't save the Spitfire. The Spitfire was shot down here, but Riddick, the other guy, came back in, shot him down. So we climbed back up to altitude 6,000 meters, and here we met KPN boy, who I found due to me activating a blind hunt. I couldn't find anybody. I was flying around again for 10 minutes or something, and I was like, okay, let's use that. As I turned around, both of those guys, as you saw that Armoni guy back in view as well, and there he is, but I couldn't find KPN, the KPN guy anymore. So in the end we found Armoni here, and we're gonna try to get him out of his misery for the second time. We're up against 3 guys at the moment. KPN guy is still in here, and Crystal is still in here as well, who I had not personally met for a long time, since the early engagements in the match. I hadn't seen him anymore. But here goes Armoni. This time he's out of the match for sure, making our 4th kill. And there comes the Crystal from altitude, and he is gaining on me right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm holding some pretty good speed. I can outrun him in the long run. Hopefully he won't be able to catch me in the short term. And he wasn't, so right now we're extending. I have to turn though, as KPN boy is coming into view here, and we're making use of our great cruising speed here, as the 109s cannot catch me in a straight line. Rolling out of the way of KPN boy, we hit him again. He is losing fuel, so I'm assuming he has a fuel leak or a water cooling leak. One of those two. He's trying to shoot me as he has the opportunity, but there he turns off, and he's going back to base, as we did hit something. Now here I'm talking about this kind of stuff that happens after a while, you know. Don't want to turn with him, gotta extend enough so I can turn around, and that's flying a plane to its strengths. Of course, people may have gotten a little bit impatient. As the match had been going already for 40 minutes or something at this stage. I already had refueled and rearmed once at the airfield. We go for a head-on, we get a hit, and he gets a very good hit in there. On the very edge of my middle piece of my wing there. And the shrapnel damaged a whole lot more of my plane. But the elevator is still working and the engines are still purring as well, although one is damaged, as we are now leaking oil and water from that engine. We get another hit in on him here, and as he goes up we're going into a straight line, keeping our speed up to close to 600. And let's see what he does there. Now he's already been following me for quite a long time, so here he decides to turn off, as he has realized by now that trying to chase me in a straight line is not very useful. So I decide I want to take him out now, because Capien boy is going back to the airfield, is going to be repairing rearming. He can return at any time. The airfield, the medium airfield there, isn't too far off. And I want to get this guy out of the equation. So here we go for another head-on. Letting the guns rip, and we do get a critical, not mentioning what kind of critical we get there. But he seems to be going down. He seems to be going towards the ground there. He doesn't seem to be coming up anymore. He has black smoke. And I was wondering, is he going to... I'm just trying to fight my plane there, getting it straightened out. But yes, we do get him there. And we are so damaged that I decided to go back to the airfield, repair and rearm. KPM boy was under attack by 2 AI planes. And me too! And I was so surprised by this. Look at this shit. This match was almost ruined by the arrival of these 2 guys. I mean, I haven't been inactive at all, but of course, you know, time flies in a match like this. I don't know how long I hadn't fired my guns after going back to the airfield, but they put these things right behind you, at about 2 kilometers behind you, at top speed or something. And I was climbing a little bit, so I wasn't at top speed. They gain on you very quickly, and before you realize it, you have these 2 D9s shooting at you like crazy persons. And they can actually, they did, you know, cave me, almost hitting me. Barely could escape. Bloody hell. So now the last 2 guys in the match, he's over there 15 kilometers away fighting 2 of my AI planes, catching him, and I'm fighting 2 of his AI planes. But I've got them. They are moving away, and they won't be coming back. For a moment I was tempted to follow them to get kills on these AI planes, but I'm not researching any planes anymore, only modifications on this thing. And I decided to start climbing back up to prepare for my confrontation with KPM boy over there, who also chasing off the AI planes right now. Now I'm a little bit higher than him, and yeah, so he is dipping away from view here, and I could not find him anymore, as my ground targets were going for A and captured A. I could not find him in this area, unfortunately. It remains with 5 kills. We win the match. And it looked rather hopeless, but we finally won it in the end. So always stick around in these matches, guys. So entertaining. 53-minute match, as you see. And let's see, we had a soft landing, final blow, survivor, terror of the sky, 122,000 silver lions and 6,400 research points. First in the team. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was such an enjoyable match. 53 minutes of flight time. Great entertainment for me. You know, these kind of matches where you are so behind and you have to get back into it. You have to fly the plane disciplined. You're in troubled moments, you get out and you fight for all you're worth, and then in the end you win the match. That's very rewarding. That's what I play War Thunder for, and that's what will always keep me coming back for more. So this plane is a fantastic boom and zoomer / boom and runner. It's so fast. Fast in a dive, top speed in a dive is great. General cruising speed is so high that pretty much nobody can catch you at this battle rating. It's really entertaining to fly. Plane isn't very maneuverable, the roll rate and the turn time aren't great. Yeah, that's not how you use this plane, of course. This plane is used from high altitude. It has a good climb rate. It starts with an attacker spawn, which is great, and it has this gun pod with 8 50 cals, with plus the 6 50 cals makes for 14 50 cals, which makes this plane very good at head-ons and great firepower in general. The acceleration on the plane is great in a dive, and the energy retention is also fantastic. So all in all, a very good plane, which if you use it in the correct fashion can be very lethal and a joy to fly. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.